and now Diamond Luke's pouncing. Across the track, She's a Blinder, hard to get past. Diamond Luke ranging up on the outside. Diamond Luke, yes!
Yeah, great result for Big Diamond Luke. He's been around about the mark for such a long time without being able to put his head in front. Having said that, I don't think I'd want it again. He's only sort of got there in the last stride, but anyway, he's going well this prep, and hopefully he can put another one. I'm not sure where we'll go to him. There's a couple of options for him, but I'd sort of like to go up to a big staying trip. He seems to, I think he tricks jockeys a little bit, that he actually travels a bit stronger than he's actually, and gives him a bit of a feel that they got a bit more left than they actually have. So even Craig said, I thought I was going to win by a length, and just got there by a head. But probably go up to 1.5 miles with him now and get him up over a big trip. But well done to the owners. They've stuck fat with him and got the result on Saturday. As far as runners go this week, I'm going to be very, very light on. I've got a couple of horses nominated, but I don't know if we'll get a run. So, yeah, you might just want to keep an eye out what runners we have. But I've got a Zoya who's ready to race, and I've also got Tango's Jewel who's ready to race. So hopefully I can get a run with a couple of them, but they won't run till next week. I've got Diamond Luke in at Sandown on Wednesday, so I'll have a look at that. I'll probably do some work with him on Saturday morning. If he works up okay, we might look at backing him up, but other than that, doesn't mean we haven't been busy. We took 6 horses into the trials at Geelong on Wednesday. A lot of unraced stuff, a couple of horses that haven't, I think 4 of the 6 haven't even got names yet, so yeah, plenty happening there. Hopefully a couple of them probably just need one more trial and then head off to the races. This week on around the stables, we just thought we'd show you what happens. We had about 6 horses trial yesterday, so what we do the day after they trial is we bring them out, we put them on the scales, and before they trial they were weighed, so we put them on the scales and we weigh them again the following day. This is a horse called El Sordo. He is 495 kilos, and yesterday he was 511 kilos, so you can see just how much they can lose weight. He's lost about 16 kilos in weight just from a jump out yesterday. What we do then is we bring him out and we will then give him a trot up the barn here, and on a nice level surface. He's only looked a Tornado 2-year-old. Now what we'll do is just have a general feel of his legs. So you can sort of see him there, how much he reacted, just me feeling his shins. He's just a little bit there, but you can see he's quite reactive there to me feeling that front shin. Our little 2-year-old, you can see that I just touched his shin then, and you can see how responsive he is there. His tendon feels really good. Fetlock's got a lot of flex in it, which is great. And his knee is very, very good. So this horse is obviously, little 2-year-old, had a trial yesterday, and he's feeling his shins there. And you can even see there again, he's quite reactive there, just a quite touch. Once again, we always check the tendons. Once again, that fetlock there is a beautiful flex fetlock. And there's no soreness in the knee at all. So that's just a little 2-year-old, had a trial yesterday, and he's pulled up really feeling his shins. He probably deserves a little holiday and go to the paddock. Little mare, La Spezia, I thought she trialled up okay yesterday, got a long way back in her trial, and then worked home nice and strong. So almost got a runner at Warrnambool, but I just thought that she was quite overweight. She's 505, going into her trial yesterday, she was 515, so she's probably lost a good 10 kilos, which she really needed to do. On the board here is the history of all her race starts, and you can see last time in I was always concerned that she was overweight, and she was 524 and 522, which I was really, really worried about it, where when you go back to her winning weight was more like 493, and when she's running really good races around about the 500 kilos. So, and you go back in history, it's sort of just a tick under the 500 kilos. Her last couple of starts last time in, she was about 20 kilos overweight, which is why I didn't run her this week, where we go to the trial, and before her trial she was 515 and now she's 505. So just what we can tell you by just looking at that is one more maybe jump out or a good hard gallop, and she's going to be around about her winning race weight. La Spezia had a little jump out yesterday at Geelong, just giving her a nice little basic trot up here this morning. But you can see she's very, very well, this little mare. She's in very good order. She's very sound, and you know, she's got plenty of spring in her step the day after a trial. So I'm expecting her to have a really good prep. I'm a lot happier with her body weight, certainly after her trial yesterday. Let's pull her up there, kid. But lovely and sound. She's in very good order. She looks great. She's eaten her head off. Just with picking her legs up there, you can feel how nice and cold her legs are, and she's great. There's no soreness anywhere there in her front legs at all. Yeah, so that process is what we do after trials, and certainly after races. We go through that, just a basic trot up and have a good feel of their legs, and put them on the scales and just sort of get some sort of, you know, if they pull up from their races and they eat everything and they've lost a little bit of weight, they really train on well. So it's just sort of probably just a bit of an insight on what we do with horses post-race or post-trial.
G'day everyone, Big Jobs here. We've got the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong members up here watching La Spezia Gallop, and yeah, just good to show them all about what goes on at Emsley Lodge. So as Big Jobs, I'm here to entertain yous, cooking them a lovely breakfast. So thanks guys. As Big Jobs does, I've got to sign off, got to serve this lovely buffet to everyone, as that's what they've come for, the Big Job Show. Cheers.
Yeah, the Big Job Show, more like no show, isn't it? Anyway, everyone had a really good time I come up here last Saturday morning, and all the Thoroughbred Club people come up, watch their horses gallop, and that was really good, and everyone had a good day. So a little bit cold on the day, but anyway, that was good. We should be doing that again, I suppose. What else we have this week? Do a few horses to the trials. A few of them trialled up okay. A couple of really nice young horses there. Yeah, might be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel there. Warrnambool, we took Lorenzetti down to Warrnambool through the week, and geez, it was a heavy 10 when we raced, and then it rained. It rained for the next 2 days, so I don't know what the rating of the track should have been, but it was probably a heavy 15 by the time cup time come around. But it's just an amazing thing. I don't think I've ever seen as many blokes jammed into small rooms drinking in freezing cold weather, drinking cold cans of beer. But it's Warrnambool. What do they say? How good is the bull? So well done to all the trainers down there to train the winner. Lorenzetti ran good. He ran third. Was well beaten on the day, but he was jumping from 1800 up to 2300. He'll probably go to the final, the Stayers final now at Cranbourne in a couple of weeks. And Prince Ziggy actually ran third in that same race last year, and then come out and won the final. So hopefully we can repeat history in a couple of weeks' time. Until next week, see you later.
G'day everyone, Big Jobs here. This morning we've just got a few of the Geelong Racing Thoroughbred Club.
The Thoroughbred Club of Geelong. That's it.
I'll just start again. Big Jobs here. Welcome to the annual. As you can see, the show goes on with you. Big Jobs. So we've got a. Let's start that again.